guys, are you excited about prom? Well, it's April 14th at the Gainesville Civic Center. Tickets will go on sale the week before spring break. Prices and info are coming soon.
Welcome to the Pre-Diabetes Express. Please have a seat and I will check your symptoms tickets.
I need a pee, I need a pee, I need a pee. Wait, stop the train! Can't you see that these are all the symptoms of diabetes?
But what can I do?
You can eat healthy, exercise, and visit the American Diabetes Association website.
Guys, Lanier Islands Beach and Water Park will be here Tuesday, March 6th during the lunch hours in the cafeteria. If you're looking for a summer job, stop by and visit them. They have many areas where you can work and have fun. The varsity's boys soccer team will take on North Hall here Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Also, we will host Johnson on Tuesday, March 6th at 7:30, so come support our War Eagles. The annual Hope Leadership Conference will be Saturday, March 24th from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you'd like to attend, please see Ms. Grace in room 121 to get a permission slip and information on registration. The conference will have representatives from various colleges and military branches, so make sure to come.
The Pulsar Project is a fair trade nonprofit organization that began in 2009 when some friends traveling through Central America befriended a group of artists in the foothills of Nicaragua. The artists were masters at making colorful hand-woven bracelets, or pulseras in Spanish, but had little market for the artwork in their own country. Some of the travelers returned back to the US with handfuls of bracelets and the idea of selling them to family and friends as a way to raise money for the artists and their communities. Since then, the Pulsar Project has grown a lot. The project now employs nearly 200 artists in Nicaragua and Guatemala with sustainable fair trade jobs, creating well-paying, uplifting work opportunities in a country with high unemployment, low wages, and frequently tough working conditions. We partner with independent artists, families, cooperatives, and other organizations that work with artisans throughout Central America. Artists set their own hours and often work from home, giving them the invaluable opportunity to spend time with their children and their families. All Pulsar artists also have access to healthcare, scholarships, a housing fund, and many other benefits that open the doors for upward mobility in their lives. We then partner with hundreds of schools each year to share the art of the Pulsar with students and teachers in all 50 states across the US. Pulsar sales give students and teachers the opportunity to bring the uplifting spirit and colorful nature of Central American culture to life in their own hallways and classrooms, while dramatically expanding the market for these artists to sell their products. Every $5 Pulsar is a unique, wearable work of art that comes tagged with the photo and signature of the person who made it. As a member of the Fair Trade Federation, we believe strongly in sharing the faces and stories behind every one of our products, and in bringing awareness to the reality behind so many of the items bought every day in the US and around the world, products often made in poor working conditions at the expense of millions of people in developing countries. In addition to sustaining employment for all of the artists we work with, money raised from Pulsar sales is invested in university scholarships, secondary education, housing programs, workers' rights initiatives, sustainable energy projects, social enterprises, and many other programs that change the lives of people in communities all across Nicaragua and Guatemala. All of our programs are guided by a philosophy of empowerment. Instead of giving things to people, we work with them to obtain the skills, opportunities, and education that will allow them to provide for themselves and their communities in the long run. Your school's Pulsar sale will bring enormous financial resources to countless people in Central America, but we also encourage you to look beyond the economics to see service in a new light. While Nicaragua is economically the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, it's also a country known for its stunning natural beauty, its notoriously happy people, and its strong sense of family and community. In the Pulsar Project, we try to discover the best of our partners, educate ourselves about their lives and values, and hopefully enrich each other's lives with the best of who we are. We believe that through art and through cultural exchange, we can come together to make the world a more equal and a more colorful place. When you wear a Pulsar, you not only share the voice of a Central American artist, but you also raise your own voice, speaking out for opportunity, unity, and human rights in our increasingly global society. Thank you for your support, and thank you for joining us in coloring the world.
So, we love Color Guard because of all the dance parties to Bohemian Rhapsody.
And to any Taylor Swift song we can find.
We love the competitions where we get to perform in front of lots of people, and the really long bus rides where you meet cool people. Yeah.
I made a lot of cool friends. We're like family.
Are you interested in joining the Chestatee War Eagle Marching Band Color Guard team? Make plans to attend an informational meeting on Thursday, March 1st from 4 to 4:30 in the CHS Band Room. Tryout practices will start Monday, March 5th. If you have any questions, please see Miss Talent in room 155 or email her at beth.talent@hallco.org.
To my left, I have our first place duo interpretation winners, Madison Heath and Estef Martin. Ladies, what are some of the challenges involved in preparing for literary?
Well,
Learning our lines.
learning our lines.
We didn't know them until maybe 2 days before we left.
2 days before that.
Yeah, for sure.
Being in sync with like our lines because our characters, the Stones, have to talk at the same time.
Yeah, and like a lot of hand movements had to be like exactly the same angles with our fingers. So there were lots of rehearsals when like put your hand up. He'd be like, okay, yeah, that's perfect. So
Interesting. How did you guys feel when you found out that you had won first place?
wow.
What's new, right?
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was fun.
We only.
It was really exciting
Yeah.
because we were against a piece that was very good. We lost though.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to hearing what happens on March 17th at the state meet. Next up, we have Kyle Odell for his humorous interpretation piece. Kyle, what are some of the challenges involved in preparing for literary? Well, Kyle, it was very hard to have my breath control because I had to deliver 5 characters worth of lines by myself without breathing and taking pauses. Interesting. How did you feel when you found out that you had won? I was in such a state of shock. I was just like, wow, that's great. Thank you, Kyle. To my left again, we have Megan Freeman, first place argumentative essay. Megan, what are some of the challenges you had involved for preparing for this literary meet?
Well, it was a cold read, so I didn't have any information beforehand, so I really had to rely on previous years when I'd competed in the same event and had essays that I could go over and review.
Wow. How did you feel when you found out that you had won first place?
I was really excited. I'm excited to go to state, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Maybe bring home another state title again, Megan.
Gonna work on it.
To my left, we have Haley Gaddis, Niall Provenson, and Josie Wiley, who is our vocal trio. Ladies, what are some of the challenges you had involved in preparing for this literary meet?
We fought a lot because sometimes we didn't show up to practices, and we practice every day, aka Niall. And dynamics were very difficult to try and squeeze in. And trying to get the.
How did you feel when you found out that you had won?
We went against a very good team, so we were shocked, but I think we deserved it. I was trying not to scream because there was another team going on when we found out. So.
Well, great job, ladies. We look forward to hearing what happens at the state meet.
Thank you.
Now we have Christian Dale, Josh Hamilton, Cade Larned, and Trent Rayburn, our first place vocal quartet winners. Okay, guys, what are some of the challenges you had involved in preparing for this meet?
Trying to maintain balance among all of our voices, because sometimes we'd be at differing volume levels, and if we didn't match each other, then it's really hard to perform barbershop quartet pieces. So we had to make sure that our vocal tone and our volume were matching.
Alrighty. How did you guys feel when you found out you won?
Oh, we knew he was gonna win.
Very surprised.
I knew from, because we went first, so when we started singing, I was like, oh yeah, we got this.
Alright,
Well, we the best in the state.
That's right. Congratulations, guys. We look forward to hearing what happens at the state meet.
Thank you.
Alright, to my left, we finally have the man with the voice of an angel, Mr. Christian Dale, who won first place in men's vocal solo. So, Christian, what were the challenges you had involved preparing for this meet?
Just really capturing like the emotion behind the piece was probably the hardest part because my first piece was very intense. It's very like fast-paced, so it's easy to just sound really angry, but it's a sentimental song, so you have to carry a bit of softness for that.
And when I heard it, I found it was in a different language. What was the language it was in?
Neapolitan.
Well, how did you feel when you found out you had won?
I was relieved because I had been nervous for a bit because I didn't see any of the other performers because I went to go eat dinner. So I was nervous and relieved when I found out I was the best.
I understand. We expect great things from you, young man.
Thank you.
Cut the feed.